I know. Present!
By the frost moon of old, leave this place. For the everlasting forest, you poor lost lamb. Lush as the moon. Leave this place by the frost moon of old. Rain outlines your fate. I'll settle this. Witness the power of the wild.
Who's there?
For the everlasting forest.
This way turn a little.
Out of my way! Forest?
Grow, grow, grow! Everyone hold hands! Boba, get them! You're toast!
Try not to.
Let's dance! Commit it to memory!
Come a little closer. Come a little closer.
Yeah! Share my knowledge!
Come a little closer.
Ready,
Let's get down to
steady,
business.
go! Hey, yeah!
You're in for a little shock. Let's spark.
Hi. This way, greener. Nice and spicy.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
Commit it to memory. Make yourselves at home.
The sea is wonderful. Surely enough. Convince anyone to become a wanderer.
You might want to get a guide.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home.
The biggest one in
This
Hey, Anefa.
That is perfectly all right. My data indicates clear skies in the coming days. Current conditions for maritime...
But are we really gonna set off without telling anyone again? Funny you mention it. You'll never guess who Paimon saw on the way over.
Hey! You didn't seriously think we'd let you leave without a farewell party, did you?
Yeah, come on, Traveler. We've already made all the and most importantly, how dare you try and slip away without first paying your respects to the Almighty?
A little bird told us you'd soon be leaving for Nod-Krai. So, we asked Paimon to give us a heads up.
You sure it's not time to think about changing that little habit of ours?
Don't worry, we won't keep you long. Besides, everyone's there already. Chaska, Ian-san, Auroron.
You're invited too, Anefa. Shilonen has a
Accompaniment request accepted. Shilonen demonstrates excellent massage technique. My impression of her is exceedingly positive.
Wait, so robots like massages too? Or is it just that Shilonen really knows how you're wired?
Alright, enough with the chit-chat.
Woohoo! Party time!
Spit it out then.
They've set off.
Just as my... About time I met this variable in
You know, every time we head to a new nation, there's always a point where it suddenly dawns on Paimon. This is it. This time, it was the moment she realized she just polished off.
In other words, Paimon has marked the geographic coordinates from 2 minutes and 40 seconds ago as the boundary between Natlan and Nod-Krai. This deviates somewhat from the official coordinates stored in my database.
Paimon meant more in terms of how it felt on a psychological level. Anyway, what about you, Traveler? When did it really sink in for you? Huh, that actually kind of makes sense. What about you, Anefa? Come to think of it, maybe we should be asking the other way around.
In that case, probably when my sensors could no longer detect the moon's power.
The moon? You mean, that that one we can all see in the sky?
Negative. I was referring to... Huh? Here we are. Paimon, Traveler,
Oh,
Paimon, Traveler. Welcome to Nod-Krai.
that must be Nasha Town up ahead. That's the place you were telling us about.
That is correct, Paimon. It is also the most bustling commercial hub and all...
Oh, sounds like the perfect place to start trying out all the local specialties. Huh? Is something up, Traveler?
Paimon, this is where our spaceship landed when Lumine and I first arrived into
Huh? Are you sure? But how come you've never mentioned that before? Seems pretty important to
Oh, well, because those memories are really hazy. All I remember is Lumine waking me up and us leaving the ship. But just now, setting foot on this land, I felt something. The kind of power I sensed in those moments.
Are you referring to Kuvaki?
Kuva, what now?
The locals refer to it as Kuvaki. It is a unique elemental force found only in Nod-Krai, or rather, a pure, primordial form of elemental energy. That is correct. Another similar concept I have found in my database is the primordial sea. Legend has it that long ago, the moon that shines in the sky above us once rose from the land of Nod-Krai. Modern geological surveys and meteorite studies conducted in the region have since...
So, when you mentioned being able to detect the moon's power earlier, you were referring to... Wait, Traveler, you're saying we might actually find your spaceship here? Do you still...
Nod-Krai is surrounded by the ocean. In other words, it could have been anywhere... negative. Description still lacks sufficient detail.
Hey, it's okay if you can't Let's just do what we've always done.
I'd be more than happy to help you out as well.
Our pleasure. Anyway, just knowing that your spaceship...
Like we've crossed another... boundary?
Paimon couldn't have put it better herself. You sure are a quick learner, Inefa. Well, as the best guy, Nod-Krai.
Into the wind. This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. brings a smile to my face.
It just occurred to Paimon, if we were looking to put out a missing spaceship commission, or to learn more about Nod-Krai, wouldn't it make
The guild is located in Nasha Town. Simply follow this road and you'll reach it.
Huh? What in Teyvat is that? Looks kinda like a Sealy, floating around in the air like that.
That is a Kuhanki, a species unique to the land of Nod-Krai.
A Kuhenki? Does she have something to do?
Indeed it does. According to the Frost Moon Scions, the indigenous inhabitants of this land, the Kuhenki, are said to be familiars of the moon goddess, leading.
The moon goddess? Don't all be...
Although Nod-Krai lies on Snezhneya's border regions, the people here have held their own unique beliefs since time immemorial. As I mentioned, everything in this land shares a deep connection with the moon and the sky above. The beliefs of the Frostmoon Scions seem to date back to the civilization of the angels. According to the documents in my database, even the seven...
Wow! So the origin of...
Correct. At some point, you may come across some statues of their goddess.
Hey! Looks like she's floating away!
I suggest you follow her. The probability of an ordinary person encountering a Kuhenki lies...
Is this a travel guide?
Are there any particular points of interest?
Oh, it all looks pretty interesting to Paimon.
Recalibrating route. If we keep following the current path, we will arrive at an area of scenic beauty. From there, we will be able to...
Yikes! Why is Paimon suddenly getting the feeling that if she doesn't step it up soon, enough is gonna put her out of it?
This place sure is different from Snezhnaya. Strider. A fateful offering. The wind knows me.
Time to go. Time to go.
Brings a smile to my face. One with nature. The wind knows me. Brings a smile to my face.
Time to go. Time to go. Follow the wind. Time to go.
Who says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering?
Town actually looks pretty big from here.
Which aspects in particular deviated from your expectations?
Well, Paimon keeps hearing people describe Nod-Krai as an adventurer's paradise. So she kind of thought it'd be a bit more picture perfect somehow.
According to legend, there was indeed an era of peace in Nod-Krai's past, the age of the Fae. Tales of those ancient heroes are still told today. One of the most well-known is that of the Lantern Fae. This individual performed many good deeds for Nod-Krai. The present-day Lightkeeper's nightly lantern patrols are, in part, a tribute to their memory.
What happened?
There came a devastating abyssal calamity that swept across Nod-Krai, and for a time it was left desolate. Heartbroken by what had become of the land they had so cherished, that Fae extinguished their light, just as the abyss had extinguished all hope. Nowadays, the paradise people speak of is more of an aspiration, or an irony, perhaps. Today, no official authority governs Nod-Krai. In theory, at least, it is somewhere a person can do whatever they wish, and become whoever they want to be. The Adventurers Guild is just over there, in Nasha Town's Central Plaza, and the flagship tavern is over that way.
Hey, what's that building over there? You know, the big...
That is Aino's Boom and Blast Kuvaki energy cannon. But according to the scan I just ran, the energy cannon appears to be...
The Wild Hunt? Isn't that the abyssal calamity you mentioned that's specific to Nod-Krai?
It is a phenomenon that has been occurring for several centuries now. Yet the time and location of wild hunt attacks are seemingly random. At first, it was more of an old wives' tale that adults used to scare children. If you don't start behaving, kid, some night, the wild hunt's gonna come for you. Listen.
You're saying people actually...
I have not witnessed enough wild hunt attacks to give a statistically sound answer. But the oldest legends say that all people saw was the ghostly shadow of a woman in the mist. It wasn't until later that it became a full-blown...
When you put it like that, Paimon's really gotta hand it to Aino. Not only did she repair...
Absolutely. Aino is very impressive indeed. Anyway, according to my schedule, it is time I took you over to the flagship.
Oh, sure. After all, we shouldn't keep Barca waiting. Well, you're right about that.
Now that I've finished...
Newspapers, anyone?
Into the wind!
The wind knows me.
Yes, it never hurts to try.
Trust me, when it comes to local delicacies,
Nothing warms the soul
Arena,
like piping hot
nobody knows
food.
more than me.
I wonder how the food in Purity tastes.
Here we are, the flagship.
Varka told us to meet him here in his letter, right? Let's see. Varka?
No matches, I identified.
Huh. So he isn't here after after all. Hey, why don't we go ask the owner? If what they say is true...
Into the wind.
Well, well. If it isn't the ineffable
Hello there, Demyon.
You know each other?
Of course! Ineffa's a regular here at the flagship.
So, robots are into booze too?
Not at all. The energy conversion efficiency of alcoholic drinks is very low, and most of them are full of impurities. Still, I can affirm that your berries and fried meat deserve a solid 9.12 out of 10. It has Aino's approval too.
Funny that you should mention that. While you were away in Natlan, Varka would come in here every day to pick up a serving of berries and fried meat for Aino.
Aww. He must have been worried sick that she wasn't eating properly.
Actually it's 'cause Varka found out that Aino went wild after Ineffa left, gorging herself on snacks she normally couldn't get her hands on. So it was more worry that she wasn't getting a balanced diet. I think I might have just put my foot in it. Anyway, since you're back from Natlan, these two must be the ones Varka mentioned. The Traveler and...
Yep. So, from the sounds of it...
Varka? Goes without saying. After all, he's the only one around here who's ever managed to stay standing after 10 rounds of the roulette special.
Paimon can't believe he's made such a name for himself.
Right now? Must be somewhere near Anvantinyarvi. That's quite far from here.
Huh? Where's that?
It's a lake in the northern part of Nod-Krai. Word reached him of trouble brewing around those parts.
Oh. So, we
Varka knew you'd say that. So he specifically told me to make sure you stayed here and enjoyed yourselves. He sends his assurances that everything's under...
Well, if he's that confident, guess our only option is to accept. Anyway, it's not like there's any special cause for concern. He is the Grand Master of...
Exactly. Plus, not only has he booked you into our finest room, he's paid for it in advance, too.
Whoa! It's so generous of him!
Oh, and by the way, he also asked me to serve up a portion of berries and fried meat for Ineffa. That was
Thank you.
No, thank you. I'm the one who should be grateful for your business.
Traveler, Paimon, why don't you go ahead and drop off your luggage? I can use
Sure thing! Besides, now that we've got ourselves a map, once we're done unpacking, we might as well go for...
Oh. So you no longer require navigational assistance?
No worries, we should be fine. We've got a rough idea of our way around town, so Paimon's reasonably confident we shouldn't get too lost.
Thank you. This translates into an approximate time saving of 30%, meaning I will be able to see Aino about 45 minutes earlier than previously projected.
Oh, right. You must miss her a lot, too. In that case, we better get a move. Feels pretty nice having someone sort out our food and... But is this really the flagship's best room? You mean it's got something to do with Nod-Krai's history? Oh, should we try the bed? Oh! Sorry about that.
Please, there's no need to apologize. If anything, I'm the one who should be sorry. Clearly, I shouldn't have gotten lost in my thoughts in the middle.
Wait a sec. Are you staying in the room next to ours?
Ah, quite the perceptive one, I see. First things first, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kirill Chudamirovich Flintz, but please, just call me Flintz.
impressively long name for sure.
Ah, is that so? Names like mine ought to have been fairly common in Snezhnaya. At least in the past.
Yep, you sure would be. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We've been to a bunch of nations already, but we only just arrived in Nod-Krai today.
What a rare honor it is to meet such worldly travelers.
Are you here for
If only I had the time to spare. No, I'm just...
Oh!
That's certainly one way to put it. I'm a Ratnik of Nod-Krai, normally stationed near the burial grounds to the north. My sole cause for being here today was to repair this lantern of mine.
Burial grounds?
Your surprise is entirely understandable. Most people cannot even begin to fathom the idea of a life surrounded by tombstones and decay. But if you've heard of the calamitous abomination that is the Wild Hunt, you'll know that in their wake they bring a host of souls tainted by abyssal filth. That then is why we are...
Oh, so it's all about fighting against the abyss.
I thank you for your concern. But in truth, I've long since grown used to it. In fact, I like to think it rather suits me. If anything, I'd...
Paimon sort of gets it now. But even so, she's still pretty sure she could never get used to living in a graveyard herself.
Oh, I assure you, there's no need to worry on that account. The kind of ghosts you find in cemeteries aren't too big on talking. But even when they do, they're usually far more discreet than the living. Well, would you look at that? Who'd have thought we'd end up chatting this long? Forgive me, but I must excuse myself, for the time of my appointment draws near. And in terms I'm sure you...
Oh, sure. In that case, you go right...
Not at all. Should the opportunity present itself, I'd gladly continue. You're always welcome to come visit my grave. I mean, the grave I stand watch over. Your visit would bring much-needed light to...
Right. Well,
Then allow me to wish you a traditional Ratnik's farewell.
Ugh. Jeez. What a weirdo. Not to badmouth him at all. In fact, he seemed pretty cultured, but at the same time, kinda spooky? Must be out his lantern? No, not really. You mean, 'cause it was... Huh. Guess you've always had a nose for stuff like this. Hey, don't you start spouting all that...
Sign up with the Fatui. Make sure your paperwork is all in order.
It's so noisy here. Back in my...
want to negotiate prices. Go find a...
You drink less.
One with nature.
Paimon almost forgot something Were we gonna go try out the berries and fried meat? But now, heading all the way back to the flagship feels like such a waste.
Please, accept today's boon. Come night or day, may the blessings of the moon goddess shine down upon you.
Huh? What's going on over there? Wait, free food? Wow! Quick, let's grab some too. Paimon's so...
Moonlight illuminates the path before you, travelers from afar.
Huh? How'd you know we were travelers?
Just now were a song the birds in the sky, singing of your wanderings. You are no ordinary guests, it seems.
The birds and the...
Forgive me. I should not have laid the words of others out as a welcome mat for our very first meeting. I am Lauma, moon chanter of the frost...
Happy to oblige! Paimon's name is Paimon, and this here is the Traveler. Thanks so much for sharing your yummy food with...
Think nothing of it. These fruits were the finest we found, delicacies gathered in the wake of the morning dew. It is my hope that
The finest you found? Wow! That sure is kind of you, but...
The first fruit of the harvest must be placed upon the moonlight altar, not as an offering to the gods, but as a spark for lost hunters. For it is the blade of the starving that darkness most easily corrupts. As perhaps you have already heard, we Frost Moon Scions revere and worship the moon goddess. And now, with tides of haughty Fatui swarming into...
Huh! Look who it is again. Those unsufferably kind-hearted Frost Moon Scions.
That's right! 2 servings each! We're starving over...
Fatui! After what you've been doing to our sacred statues, how dare you even...
Wilhelmina, bestow today's boon upon our guests.
You hear that? No slacking now.
But, my lady, they...
Please, you two, accept this meal. But remember this. Kindness is the first lantern left to guide those who stumble in ignorance.
Come again?
Let me finish. But should they still refuse to follow the moonlit path, then by our frosted blades shall we show them its shadow.
You! Hey, whatever. Just you wait. Huh? Where's the meat?
Those stooges really are the worst.
Ever since they came to Nod-Krai with all their weird equipment and built that so-called experimental design bureau, our lives have been turned completely upside down.
Judging from how they reacted just now, it seems the Fatui already know who you are.
Well, we have gotten in their way in pretty much every nation we visited, so we're probably...
I see. Then, on behalf of the Frost Moon Scions... Because if they had gotten ahead of themselves just now, I'm sure you would have stepped in to help. Just as the birds and beasts put it, your arrival heralds joy to us all. Besides, you will always be welcome at the Frost Moon. May we meet again in the moon's...
These are delicious! So refreshingly... Looks like reckon Neffa isn't done with her shopping yet. Good idea. Wouldn't want to let the Kuhenki down, after all. Let's see. Oh. This is Nuts and Nuts. It's mostly a fruit shop, but there's a crafty... This is the Speranza. One of the travel guides recommend... This is the Vesnici Prolegia Greenhouse. Apparently. And this is the Rossum Workshop. And over here, they've got a super tall observation deck. Whoa! That way's north, and that looks like something built by... So, what'd you think? Hey, come on! What? Huh? Look! There must be someone at the Adventurers Guild now. There's already a lot. Looks like we'll finally be able to ask about your Where? Which one are you... Anyway, where we go first... Lucky us! The line's... Hey, Catherine! We meet...
How ridiculous.
Huh?
They often say that mortals, shackled by their own flesh and blood, may fail to...
But Paimon must have gotten the wrong person?
A creator might forgive ignorance, but being mistaken for one of my own creations is beyond... Look very closely, for standing before you is none other than Marionette, 7th of the Fatui Harbingers.
A Harbinger?
Today's encounter is merely a courtesy call. A friendly warning, if you will. You interfered with my work once before, with that little robot. I let it slide. After all, it was nothing more than a distraction, a side... But we are in Nod-Krai now. And as such, I strongly advise you not to stand in the Fatui's way. Otherwise, the next time we meet...
Oh, please. You've got some nerve coming out with bare...
Oh, perhaps you have misunderstood. Just because Nod-Krai lacks a ruler at present, that does not mean it should not be ruled.
Yeah, right. More like shady experiment.
I've said what I came to say. What you do next, only you can... And, being the refined young lady that I am, I shall indulge ad astra abyssosque. Welcome to Nod-Krai, Dominion of the Fatui.
Ugh! Paimon's so mad right now! How can anyone so obviously evil? But if a Fatui Harbinger is here to greet it... We'll have to be extra careful from here on out. Hey! The real Catherine's back!
Ad astra abyssosque. How may I help?
You're so much nice.
Ad Astra. Ad Astra ab.
Ah, Traveler. You have come at just the right time. You're certainly very familiar with the kind of work we do. But please take this brand new Adventurers Guild notebook. The Adventurer Handbook is for recording details of your completed commissions and intel on, whereas this notebook is for recording the marvelous people and wonderful. I hope it will be of help to you. Safe travels, Traveler.
Ad Astra.
Thank you for completing today's...
Ad Astra.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune.
The wind knows me.